Okay. I have figured out many different things, and I would like to start with some analogies. I'm learning that I'm TikTok diagnosed autistic, so I've I've known this stuff since I was little. Like I always felt different. Like just knowing that girls present so differently from boys, and how, of course, we were overlooked because that's just how it is. So, anyways, I have my three B's over here. I got Beanie is my big turtle. Oh, we lost. Oh, and we lost everybody. This is Bugsy. My friend Joelle got him from me for my birthday. I think it was last year. Maybe it was the year before. I'm not sure. And then Berto. Berto. So Beanie is a representation of my young self. My nickname was Beanie, clearly. And Berto is just a fun bear that's so soft, and I got for my major surgery back in 2010. And that's where the beginning of my story, I would say the healing part of my journey began, was back in June 25th, 2009, the day Michael Jackson passed away. I'd never heard, I grew up under a very large mountain. I was not allowed to listen to music. I got to listen to music at friends' houses, at my dad's house, or like same with TV. I saw stuff at my dad's house. I still remember the time that Gone with the Wind. I had to have been no more than 10, because that was when my dad moved, so I had to have been smaller than that. And I just watched Gone with the Wind for, like, that is a really long movie. It's so funny. Anyways, but yeah, so there's a lot of things, like, I didn't see The Goonies till I think it was 2011. It's crazy. But anyways, when Michael Jackson died that day, since I hadn't really listened to music, that song, Man in the Mirror, just spoke to me. It was like, okay, I've been through all this stuff. And that was stuff that I didn't even realize later on. I'm so grateful. And practicing gratitude really changed everything too. So, I'm going to do a few more videos. The first analogy I'll do is, the bridge. In art therapy, we had this awesome teacher, Sarah Barron. She is the Spotted Rabbit Studio. I will tag her. It's been many years since I've been with her, but it's just the time with her helped heal so many wounds. And I have so many projects, like, up in my camper, because they were so important and impactful. And so anyways, back to the bridge. I see my life, everybody has this bridge and rushing water underneath, dry desert, it's whatever your certain circumstances are. I kept trying to jump to the next dilapidated board. And when you start out life, it's a great bridge. But then, unfortunately, life happens. Trauma happens. People happen. Words happen. Sometimes physical stuff happens. And all of a sudden, that beautiful bridge that was brand new hasn't been maintained. So it's crumbling. And mine got to be pretty bad. And I have now built up that bridge, being back to beautiful, like, even more beautiful than it was to begin with. I'm about to be 40 in a week and a day. Nope, tomorrow will be my last Sunday being 39. I'm so excited. It's like, to be here is great. So anyways, in my healing journey, I figure I'm never going to fall off the bridge again. I tried so many times to jump, but as I've learned, I've done it wrong so many different times that I know what's never going to work. So let me try something new. And now, because I've taken the time to not only just lay new boards down, but build that foundation underneath, which I consider my spiritual people are, so I'm never going to fall into the valley. I'm never going to fall into the water. I'm never going to fall into the, the desert where there's no water whatsoever. Then I figured the sides are the people that we have who are here on this earth with us, who are meant to help us along our path. Some people are here for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. And that's great. What's wrong with that? So since I've taken that time to lay each board down, I have more than enough time to be able to take a step back, or actually I like to say a sidestep, because you never unlearn what you've learned. There's certain circumstances that obviously that may happen. But yeah, and ultimately this bridge it's better because I believe in myself, and that is what's holding up the sides. Or not the sides, but the ends of the bridge is me. I'm the one who's holding those up. And I have all kinds of spirit people, guides. I even think that there's a few other, that'll be another video. But anyways, yeah, I'm really excited to just share more about all of this stuff, and bringing it back around. I just feel like our lives can be better. And I definitely have ADHD, so I remembered something and then immediately forgot it again. So we'll eventually get there. And I got to figure out a greeting and a goodbye. I don't know. There's so many people who have a really cool greeting or a really goodbye or whatever, both. It's going to end up being something very weird that happens organically, and that's my favorite kind of thing. So, squirrel. See you later.